In this video, we're going to take a look at the second floor of the rough end on this house where I'm documenting the whole process from start to finish. As always, there's a link in the description to my online plumbing course where I put in all the knowledge that I use to plumb all of these houses, and it's really geared towards someone getting started in the plumbing trade. Check out the video. So this is video number 2 of the rough end on the house we're all plumbing together here. Again, there's a couple of things that I know aren't done just yet. I need to cut a couple of fittings to tie in that overflow that I didn't have. And I know the stud guarding and fire caulking is not done. Again, I'm doing this now because the HVAC guys are coming in tomorrow, and I wanted to get out ahead of this to be able to show you everything before they start getting some stuff in the way. So this is a bathroom that I showed you in the previous video underneath. This is the air admittance valve and the 2 stub outs there for that. This is 2 lavatories here. And then this goes up into an air admittance valve in the closet that's going to be up there. Toilet stub out here. That toilet flange is set to where I do a lot of work for these guys. So that flange is set to where with an extra thick wax ring, that's going to be perfect with the buildup of the subfloor under the tile or the Durarock under the tile and then the tile. And that way with those toilets, I won't even have to cut those bolts. So that's a perfect setup for those because we do this a lot with this builder. And then we got the tub rough in here for a tub shower. The one thing I didn't have was another drop ear dowel right here. I've got to go get that and put those on, and I've already got the block up to secure that too. And then that is that bathroom. As far as the master bath goes, master bath is over here. Here's the toilet rough end for that. A lot of guys kind of say something about, why aren't you stubbing out copper for your toilets? And I get that, but when I trim out these toilets, I get it so the only thing that you can barely see on the outside of that escutcheon is the crimp ring. And I feel like that's pretty good. There's some builders that I do work for that really like the copper stubbed out, which is not a big deal. This builder has no problem with that. Again, that toilet flange will be set perfectly with an extra thick wax ring. And then the master shower has 2 valves in it, 2 mowing valves. I've got the top capped off because everything had to go underneath of the floor. One of these valves is going to a regular shower head and the other one is going to an overhead. So those go back down underneath the floor system, come up, and that one goes to the shower head, and you can see the overhead right there. One thing I've noticed on these shower heads that I wonder if you guys have noticed too, that you really have to, even with PEX, you really have to get these things secured. I've noticed a little bit of water hammer on even PEX when these long runs of shower arms or shower heads going to wherever they're going in different places. This is a pretty far distance from here to there, and it goes underneath. But I'd be interested to see if you guys have noticed that at all on your shower heads on long runs. This is the vanities in the master bath. I came up in the cabinet, so the cabinet guy will just have to drill the holes in the bottom instead of the holes in the back. There was a lot of meat there behind the, underneath of the bottom plate there. So I just brought it up in the cabinet, which is here, is not a big deal. So that's the master. There's the bathroom over there with the tub. Here's where the water lines come up from underneath from that previous video. That comes up and feeds the floor above us, which has the kitchen and another bathroom. But you can see there where I stubbed up the kitchen. And what I like doing on the kitchen sinks, of course we have a hot and a cold going there, and I make a loop up there and I take another cold water line down to go take it to the refrigerator. And in this one, they're actually putting in a coffee maker somewhere. And I like to have it so they can run reverse osmosis water to those. So I loop it underneath the kitchen sink. And here's the laundry area. Got a laundry sink rough end right here. Again, I know I've got to do the fire caulking and the stud guarding, and I haven't tested it yet. But again, I was trying to get this done before the HVAC guys came in. This one too is coming up above or in the cabinet, as I have a lot of structural wood underneath of that bottom plate. And then the laundry, got the 3-inch turned up. There's the washing machine box up into an air admittance valve. Now, as far as the stack for the upper bathroom, it's right here. This is in a closet, a master bath closet. That comes up, 90s over. Again, these are 14-inch trusses, so I had to do everything I could to get all the pitch that I could get. But That comes over into a 3 by 2 combination. That goes to the kitchen sink. Actually just ran that today. Comes over, sweeps over, and then sweeps up right there underneath the kitchen. I'll show you that in the next video up top. And out of the top of that 3 by 2 for the kitchen, it comes over and sweeps to go into this bathroom. Right there, we have a 3-inch combo, 3 by 2 combo that goes over for a bar sink. Right there, and then we sweep over. There's a lot of tight spots up in there, so let me see if I can get this so you can see it. So right there, underneath of the toilet, is a 3-inch heel outlet. And again, there's probably a lot of places around that can't use those. I can use them here. So I came out of the back of that 3 by 2, or that 3-inch heel outlet, split it off to be able to go and get the shower right here. Right there, there's a P-trap right above us. That goes to the shower and back to where that heel is. I know it's hard to see up in there, but that's a heel outlet that comes out of the back of that toilet. And then it goes over and gets the vanity here. And again, this is a wet vented bathroom, and it's wet vented through the lavatory here. And I'll show you those vents going up through the roof in a second. But there's a better look at that heel outlet, which is just a 90 that has 2-inch coming out of the back of it. And then again, you can see that 2-inch Y where it Ys off and gets the shower. So that is the drainage for this floor underneath going to the upper floor. And as far as the water lines go, I got a manifold or some multi-port T's there going and feeding the bar sink and that bathroom. And then over here, I've got the T's that go off and feed the kitchen. Again, this line is going to that reverse osmosis. That line is going to the refrigerator. And then this line comes over. You can see that 1/2-inch PEX. And I brought it down right here. Right there, there's stub out above the bar, or above the countertop. I'm just gonna put a coffee maker there, and I want them to have reverse osmosis water there if they want it. All right, that's it for this one. Next video, we're gonna move up to the top floor.